So check this out. What if I told you that the last time you ordered a burger, the entire process, from taking your voice command at the drive-thru to flipping the patty on the grill, was handled by something that doesn't sleep, eat, or even have a physical body? That's not a sci-fi movie pitch for 2040. That was happening in select fast food chains across the country in 2024. This year, artificial intelligence stopped being that cool, nerdy thing tech enthusiasts talked about and started quietly clocking in for a 9-to-5 shift. It's no longer just about beating humans at chess or generating weird, six-fingered art. AI is now a coworker, a tool, and a silent partner in industries you interact with every single day, often without you even realizing it. The revolution isn't coming, it's already here, working behind the counter. The real story of 2024 isn't just one big flashy AI model that can write a perfect college essay. It's about the small, specialized AIs that are being deployed for very specific, very boring jobs. Think about inventory management. A major retail giant began rolling out an AI system that doesn't just count boxes in a warehouse. It analyzes satellite imagery of parking lots to predict customer traffic, monitors local weather patterns to anticipate demand for umbrellas, and even tracks social media trends to know when a viral TikTok product is about to fly off the shelves. This isn't just automation, it's predictive logistics. This kind of AI integration is making businesses smarter, faster, and way more efficient than their human-run counterparts could ever hope to be. This has all been made possible by something called agentic AI. It's a bit of a buzzword, but the concept is simple. Instead of you giving an AI a single command, like write me an email, you give it a goal like manage my inbox for the week. Now let's get a bit more personal. Imagine walking into a clinic for a checkup, and before you even see a human doctor, a specialized AI has already analyzed your smartwatch data, your family medical history, and the results from a quick retinal scan. By the time the doctor walks in, they have a detailed report highlighting potential risks for diabetes or heart disease with frankly scary accuracy. This isn't a far-off dream, this is diagnostic AI in 2024. We're seeing AI models detect cancer in medical scans with more precision and at earlier stages than the human eye. One of the most mind-blowing breakthroughs this year came from proteomics, the study of proteins. A new AI model can predict how custom-designed drugs will interact with specific diseases at a cellular level. 2024 saw AI-powered personal health companions for chronic conditions like diabetes. These aren't glorified reminder apps, they analyze data from glucose monitors, fitness trackers, and food logging apps for real-time, personalized advice. The AI suggests walks after high-carb meals, warns about potential issues before they're critical, and offers insights like a dedicated 24/7 health coach. Alright, let's switch gears from the clinical to the creative. For the past couple of years, AI art has been a fun novelty. You type in a weird prompt like a corgi riding a skateboard on Mars in the style of Van Gogh, but in 2024 that novelty wore off and was replaced by something much more profound, AI as a legitimate creative tool. The big story this year has been the explosion of AI-generated video. We moved beyond creating short, janky, 5-second clips to generating full minutes of high-fidelity, coherent video from a single text prompt. It's a game changer for independent creators, small businesses, and even major film studios. The models released in 2024 have largely solved this. They can maintain the identity of a character, the physics of a scene, and the overall artistic style over thousands of frames. AI music generation has taken a massive leap forward as well. New platforms emerge that allow you to do more than just generate a generic background track. You can hum a melody into your microphone, and the AI will harmonize it, add instrumentation, and produce a fully mastered song in any genre you want. It's democratizing music production in a way that software instruments did 2 decades ago, but on a whole new level. Remember when talking to an AI chatbot felt like interacting with a slightly confused encyclopedia? You'd ask a question, and it would spit back a pre-canned, robotic-sounding answer. Those days are officially over. The major leap in 2024 for conversational AI wasn't just about being more accurate, it was about being more human. The leading AI models can now detect emotional nuance in your voice. The latency, that awkward pause while the AI thinks, has been reduced to milliseconds, making conversations feel fluid and natural, almost indistinguishable from talking to a person. One company demonstrated an AI customer service agent that could handle a call from an angry customer. It listened patiently, used empathetic language like, "I understand that must be frustrating," and maintained a calm, reassuring tone throughout the conversation. We're seeing the rise of AI companions designed not just for productivity, but for, well, companionship. These aren't just chatbots, they are persistent personalities that remember your past conversations. While the idea might sound a little strange, the applications for mental wellness and combating loneliness, especially among the elderly, are enormous. This is one of those breakthroughs that feels like it's straight out of science fiction. For decades, building software required highly specialized knowledge of programming languages, frameworks, and databases. In 2024, that barrier to entry started to crumble in a big way. We saw the emergence of AI systems that can write, debug, and even deploy entire applications based on simple, natural language descriptions. You could literally describe an app you want, something like, build me a website for my bakery that has a menu page, an online ordering system that connects to Stripe, and a contact form. And the AI would generate the underlying code. This isn't just about completing snippets of code, which AI has been decent at for a few years. This is about architectural understanding. The new AI models can reason about the entire structure of a software project. One of the most impressive demonstrations this year involved an AI that was tasked with fixing a bug in a complex open-source software project. The entire process took less than an hour for a task that might have taken a human developer a full day or more. Developers are now using these tools not just as assistants, but as collaborators. They can offload the tedious boilerplate work to the AI and focus on the more creative, high-level architectural decisions. When people hear autonomous, they usually think of self-driving cars, and yeah, we've seen continued progress there. But the real autonomy story of 2024 is happening in places you probably don't see. We now have fully autonomous tractors that use GPS and AI-powered computer vision to plow fields, plant seeds, and even identify and remove individual weeds with a targeted microdose of herbicide. These machines can operate 24 hours a day in almost any weather condition, optimizing for fuel efficiency and crop yield in ways that are simply not humanly possible. The world of logistics and shipping is also being quietly transformed. In massive warehouses and port terminals, autonomous cranes and container carriers are now operating with a kind of hive mind efficiency. Each vehicle communicates with a central AI that orchestrates their movements like a symphony, ensuring that every container is moved from ship to truck in the most efficient sequence possible. Drones equipped with advanced AI are now being used to inspect the structural integrity of bridges, cell towers, and wind turbines, making infrastructure maintenance safer and more proactive than ever before. So, we've talked about all this incredible progress, but we have to address the elephant in the room. With every one of these breakthroughs, we're forced to confront some really difficult questions. One of the biggest topics is job displacement. Another major ethical minefield is the problem of bias. AI models are trained on vast amounts of data from the internet and historical records. The issue is that this data reflects all of the existing biases of our society. With AI that can generate photorealistic video and perfectly mimic a person's voice, the potential for misuse is terrifying. In 2024, governments and tech companies started scrambling to find solutions from digital watermarking to new verification standards, but it's a technological arms race with very high stakes. Ultimately, all of these issues point to a central challenge: accountability. When an autonomous system causes an accident, who is responsible? The breakthroughs of 2024 have been incredible, but they've also served as a stark reminder that technological progress must go hand in hand with careful ethical consideration. Your move. So, where does all this leave us? We've seen AI get a job, start practicing medicine, become a creative partner, and even learn to code itself. The pace of innovation in 2024 has been nothing short of breathtaking, and honestly, it shows no signs of slowing down. What was state-of-the-art in January feels like old news by August. We are living through one of the most significant technological shifts in human history, a moment that will likely be compared to the invention of the printing press or the dawn of the internet. The key takeaway from this year is that AI is no longer an abstract concept. It's a tangible force that is actively shaping our reality. The trends are clear. AI is becoming more autonomous, more personalized, and more deeply integrated into the essential systems that run our society. The next wave will likely be about physical embodiment, robotics combined with these powerful AI brains, allowing AI to interact with the physical world in a much more sophisticated way. Looking back, 2024 will be remembered as the year the world woke up to AI's true potential, both for good and for ill. The technology itself is neutral. It's a tool. How we choose to wield that tool is what will define the coming decades. It's a conversation that can't be left to a handful of CEOs and developers in Silicon Valley. It's a conversation that needs everyone's voice. And that's where you come in. This isn't just something to passively watch on the news, it's time to get curious. Read about it, talk about it with your friends and family, and try out some of the publicly available tools. Form an opinion, ask the hard questions. What are the rules you want to see put in place for this technology? What future do you want AI to help build? The trajectory of this powerful force isn't set in stone, it's being shaped right now by the decisions we all make. The breakthroughs of 2024 were just the beginning. The next chapter is still unwritten, and you have a role to play in it. Stay informed, stay engaged, and stay curious. Peace.